Assalamu alaikum and welcome. You're watching Real English News along with your host Sharif Akram Yamani. Let's have a look on today's headlines. Rail Budget 2014 58 9 trains. Branded foods focused on safety. Under pressure, Iraq Parliament speed up timetable for new session. Israel air strikes on Gaza kill 9 Palestine militants. Georgia's former president Eduard Shahzad dies at the age of 86. FIR against Dhankar for Bihari bride's remark. Let's have a look on headlines in details. Sparing passengers of any further fare hike. Railway budget for 2014 and 2015 proposes to attract private, domestic and FDI infrastructure projects and pursuing private and public partnership, that is to boost the finance of the cash-strapped railway. Having hiked fares to the tune of 14.2% recently, Railway Minister Siddhanda Gaur, who presented the new government first budget in Lok Sabha, said he plans to leverage railway PSU resources by bringing in their investable funds in the infrastructure projects. He announced plan to introduce a bullet train in Mumbai to Ahmedabad sector, setting up a diamond quadrilateral network of high-speed rail connecting metros and growth centers. A sum of rupees 100 crore has been providing for initiating the project. Increasing the speed of trains to 160 to 200 kilometers per hour on 9 select sectors was another highlight of the budget, which proposes to allow all experimental stoppages to lapse after September this year. The budget disclosed that terrific growth decline in expenditure went up in 2013 and 14 as compared the revised statement of previous financial year gross traffic receipts stood at rupees 1,39,558 crores, short of revised estimated by rupees 942 crores over the previous year. The ordinary working expenses and pensions outgo were also higher. The budget estimate for 2014 and 2015 assumes a freight loading 1,101 metric tons, that is 51 metric tons more than the previous year. Growth in passenger traffic at 2% and freight earning at rupees 1,05,770 crores. FDI, however, will be limited to infrastructure development and not allowed in operation, he said. He said the concept of PPP has not been successful in raising substantial resources for railways.
It's adopted. Now the rail budget. After that, एक मिनट, एक बात सुनिए प्लीज़। मुझे मालूम है उनके नोटिस, एक मिनट सुनो। कई बार मैंने उनका नोटिस भी देखा है। मैं इतना ही कहूँगी इस विषय पर, महिलाओं के बारे में सदन में तो नहीं मगर सदन के बाहर अनेक बार जो टिप्पणियाँ होती है वो वास्तव में अशोभनीय है। मैं भी उससे चिंतित हूँ। मैं इतना ही कहूँगी, महत्वपूर्ण पदों पर बैठे हुए व्यक्तियों ने इस तरीके से टिप्पणी नहीं होना चाहिए। हम सभी की दृष्टि से वो ठीक होगा और इससे हमारे देश के भीतर और बाहर भी सांस्कृतिक मूल्य और लोकतांत्रिक व्यवस्था पर इस प्रकार आघात होता है। ये स्थिति चिंताजनक होती जा रही है। मैं चाहूँगी इस प्रवृत्ति को रोकने के लिए हम सभी प्रयास करें। बार बार ऐसी टिप्पणियाँ नहीं हो, इसलिए हम सब सावधानी लें। इतना ही मैं कहना चाहूँगी। मैं सब नहीं, रेल बजट प्लीज़।
Madam Speaker, I rise to present before this August House the statement of estimate, receipts and expenditure for the year 2014-15 for railways. As I stand in this temple of democracy, I owe this opportunity to the people of this country who have elected us to represent them and to shape their destiny. I am grateful to Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji for having reposed his faith in me and entrusting this huge responsibility of leading Indian Railways. I promise to fulfill this responsibility and make every endeavor not only to lead Indian Railways but also aid in building a vibrant India under the dynamic leadership of Shri Narendra Modi ji. I believe in the saying, honesty is the first chapter in the book of wisdom. I do follow this. It gives me immense pleasure to present my maiden railway budget. Indian Railways, being the nation's prime mover, is the structure and soul of Indian economy. It echoes, rhymes and rhythm in the hearts of every citizen of this country, from Baramulla in the north to Kanyakumari in the south, and from Oka in the west to Lake Pani in the east. Madam Speaker, we all know that Indian Railways cut across all barriers of regions, classes and creed, and it is microcosm of India on the move. From a man on the streets of Bangalore to fish vendors in Kolkata, from the hustle and bustle at Nijamuddin station, everywhere you find a citizen of this country rushing to connect with Indian Railways. Indian Railways runs about 12,500 trains to carry over 23 million passengers per day, connecting more than 7,000 stations spread across the subcontinent. It is equivalent to moving the entire population of Australia. We run more than 7,400 freight trains carrying about 3 million tons of freight every day. Madam Speaker, having achieved this distinction of entering the select club of railways of China, Russia and USA in carrying more than 1 billion tons of freight, I now target to become the largest freight carrier in the world. Madam Speaker, as you know, apart from serving the passengers, the Indian Railways carries coal, it carries steel, it carries cement, it carries salt, it carries food grains and fodder, and it also carries milk. Thus, Indian Railways practically carries everything and anything and everything, and it never says no to a thing if it fits to the wagons. Most importantly, we are the backbone of supply chain of the defense establishment and play a crucial role in the security of the nation. Madam Speaker, while we carry 23 million passengers a day, there are still a large number of people who have not yet set a foot on the train. We carry over 1 billion tons of freight a year, connecting ports and mines to industrial clusters, but still there are vast tracts of hinterland waiting for rail connectivity. Though freight business has grown steadily over years, the Indian Railways carry only 31% of the total freight carried in the country by all modes. These are the challenges we have to face.
Iraq Parliament has officially rescheduled its new session for early next week after facing criticism over an announced 5-week break to give leaders time to agree on a new government. Acting Parliament Speaker Mahdi Al-Hafid said in a statement Tuesday that after considering the national interest, the next session will be on July 13 instead of August 12. Iraq's newly elected parliament has postponed its new session until mid-August, according to the state television, amid political deadlock over choosing a new prime minister. Parliament met last Tuesday for the first time since its election in April and had planned to meet again this Tuesday. Pressure is running high to quickly form a new government that can confront a Sunni-led rebellion that has overturned parts of western and northern Iraq. The parliament said it in a statement that it will decide that the next session will be held instead of August 12. It expressed hope that another chance will be able for more dialogues and decision to arrange that meeting. Under an informal system that took root after the 2003 US-led invasion that deposted Saddam Hussein, the Prime Minister job goes to a Shia, the President post to a Kurd, and the Speaker of Parliament chair to a Sunni. Major General Nigam Abdul Ali, commander of Army's 6th Division, responsible for defending part of Baghdad, was killed just 16 kilometers northwest of the capital. 9 Palestinian militants has been killed in an Israeli air raids on Gaza following rockets attack on Israel. Hamas said 6 members of its military wing died in a strike near Rafah in the south. 3 others died in separate airstrikes in response to a rocket and mortar fire on Israel. Later, a rocket struck near the southern Israel city of Beersheba. Tensions in the regions are high following the murder of Palestine teenager Mohammed Abu Khadr last week on Sunday. Police said that they had arrested 6 Jewish suspects in connection with the killing. Police told the channel the 16-year-old was apparently murdered because of his nationality. Details have not been divulged because the case is subject to gagging order. Mohammed Abu Khadr killing followed the murder of 3 Israeli teenagers in the occupied West Bank whose bodies were found a week ago. Israel says 2 members of Hamas abducted and killed the youths, but it has denied any involvement. Earlier, 2 other Palestine militants were killed in a separate air attack near a refuge camp in central Gaza. MLA on Tuesday lodged an FIR demanding the arrest of Haryana BJP leader, that is O.P. Dhankar, for his controversial Bihari bride for Haryana boys. Remarked that Manjeet Kumar Singh, that is MLA from Bajkantpur in Gopalganj district, lodged FIR against Dhankar under various sections of the IPC with Sankwalisi police station. Singh registered the FIR under section 153 Act A, promoting enmity between groups on grounds of religion, race, place of birth, resident language, etc., and doing acts prejudicial to maintain of harmony. 153B, that is imputation, assertion, prejudication to national integration, and 294 Options Acts and Songs. Dhankar, who is the BJP Kishan Morcha former cell president, had reportedly made a controversial remark while addressing a meeting of party workers in Haryana that if his party was voted to power in the state polls, it would get girls from Bihar to ensure men in Haryana to get married. Another section in IPSC under case which has been lodged includes 350 for assault or criminal force to women with an intent to outrage her modesty, 366 kidnapping, abducting or including women to compel her marriage, 504 intentionally, that is insult with an intent to provoke breach of peace. Edward Shevardnadze, the Soviet Union last foreign minister and later the president of Georgia, has died at the age of 86 of a long battle with the illness. His death was confirmed by a spokesman on Monday. The politician has an extraordinary career, rising through the ranks of communist hierarchy in his native Georgia. Before springing up onto the international scenes, the Soviet Union was in its death zone, helping bring down the Berlin Wall, reunite Germany and bringing an end to the Cold War. He was many friends in the West with a commitment to reform, his charismatic style. But when he later took up the leadership of his newly independent homeland, he was chased out of traffic amid allegation, corruption and nepotism. Shevardnadze was born in 1928 and had a long career in the Georgia branch of Communist Party before becoming first secretary in the year 1972, making him the de facto leader of Georgia. During his rule, there was some economic growth in the republic. Attempts at a modest reform and innovation were made. Then in 1985, he was called to Moscow by Mikhail Gorbachev to add to his circle of reformers and become foreign minister. While he was made friends abroad, he also came up against strong resistance among Soviet figures who loathed Gorbachev reforms and saw Shevardnadze's foreign policy of detain and withdrawal from Afghanistan as shameful. Former MP S. Rajaya on Tuesday demanded that Telangana government convenes an all-party meeting on the issue of Polaram project. Speaking to the media person at Gandhi Bhavan here, Rajaya said that the TRS government has failed to take up the issue of Polaram project with the centre. He said the state government should not remain silent over the merger of 7 mandals of Khammam district with Semantra. He said that Telangana Congress was ready to cooperate with the government on Polaram issue. However, he said the Congress would resort to agitation if the TRS government failed to protest and protect the interest of Telangana state. Let's have a look on today's top stories of sports news. White man match record stand take Aussie past India on day 3. And White man and Mitch Marsh had a record-breaking 371 run stand as Australia is zoomed past India ace first innings score, leading by 47 runs on the third day of the fourth day unofficial match here on Tuesday. England could advance in absence of Graeme Swann, Kevin Peters says. Kevin Peters thinks England could be in for a particularly tough test series at home to India in the absence of Graeme Swann. Indian origin athlete to be the part of NBA. 21-year-old Brewer from New Mexico State University has signed a summer contract with Sacramento Kings, a professional basketball team in US. The American Bazaar reported, although Brewer may not end up playing for Sacramento Kings when the 2014 and 15 session begins later this year, he'll be on the roster. The 7.2 feet tall athlete proved adept at playing the play, averaging 7.8 rebounds, 3.4 blocks and 10.4 points per game in his 2-year career. Indians look to turn new page in England. Devoid of experience but propped up by a confident bunch of youngsters, India would be looking to wipe off the past scars and reverse the poor overseas record when they took on England in 5 test series starting here on Wednesday. Yuvraj Singh takes his cancer charity drive to London. The items up for grabs include exclusive cricket memorabilia such as Sachin Tendulkar's t-shirt from his 200th test match, 2011 World Cup winning medal, along with a chance to win a dinner date and practice session with Yuvraj. The proceeds from the auction will go to the Yuvraj Cancer Charity We Can, which aims to create awareness around the early detection of the deadly disease and organize free scanning for the cancer patients. Let's have a look on today's stock market. Sensex 25,582.11 with the minus 1.98%, whereas Nifty for today stand with 7,623.20 with the minus 2.11%. Let's have a look on today's gold and silver rates as per Malabar Golds. According to Malabar Golds, today's gold rate, that's 8th July 2014 Tuesday, are as follows. For 22 carats of gold, for 10 grams, it's rupees 26,832. Whereas for 24 carats of gold, for 10 grams, it's rupees 27,840. Silver rates for today, for 10 grams, it's rupees 485. Let's have a look on today's weather report of 6 regions of Telangana state. Hyderabad minimum temperature 21 degrees Celsius and maximum 34 degrees Celsius. Mehbubnagar minimum temperature 21 degrees Celsius and maximum 34 degrees Celsius. Karimnagar minimum temperature 26 degrees Celsius and maximum 34 degrees Celsius. Nizamabad minimum temperature 26 degrees Celsius and maximum 36 degrees Celsius. Medak minimum temperature 21 degrees Celsius and maximum 34 degrees Celsius. Whereas today's temperatures of Khammam district stand with minimum as 27 degrees Celsius and maximum 39 degrees Celsius. Headlines once again. Rail Budget 2014 58 9 trains. Branded foods focused on safety. Under pressure, Iraq Parliament speed up timetable for new session. Israel air strikes on Gaza kill 9 Palestine militants. Georgia's former president Eduard Shahzad dies at the age of 86. FIR against Dhankar for Bihari bride's remark. That's all in this newscast for today. Keep watching Real English News along with your host Sharif Akram Memani. Till then, take care. Allah Hafiz.